Hi, my name is Ani. I tore my ACL in January of 2023, and I had my ACL surgery in April. I did a allograft, and prior to tearing my ACL, I was a pretty active individual, playing soccer 3 to 4 times a week, combined with hiking and biking, really anything outdoors you can think of. And prior to that, I was also a collegiate D1 athlete for soccer. So activity has been a really big part of my life. And so tearing my ACL was a pretty big blow to my day-to-day. Prior to joining All In ACL with Tommy, I struggled a decent amount with physical therapy. One of the big things being that there just seemed to be too many exercises to work on. Kind of just got like a laundry list of activities that I need to do every day. And I had a really hard time prioritizing which ones I needed to do each day. I also wasn't feeling particularly challenged in my load. I wasn't feeling sore. I didn't really have a whole lot of discomfort. Obviously, we're not looking for a lot of discomfort during ACL rehab, but rehab's not easy, so there's expected to be some level of discomfort, but I didn't have a whole lot, and I felt like things were I was kind of just going through the motions. On top of that, I also had pretty poor quad recruitment. I had some decent atrophy post-op, and then really struggled to engage my quad as I started to progress through physical therapy. I heard about Tommy from a friend, and I was a little bit, skeptical at first. One of the main reasons I was a little skeptical was that I actually had a really good relationship with my physical therapist. They were really up to speed on their research. They were really trying to work with me to get through what I needed to, but they were limited by limiting what I could do because my physical therapy office was in the same facility as my physician. So there was constant fear that my physician was going to walk in and see me doing, leg extensions or whatever, and my physical therapist would get fired. And so I was a little skeptical on that front. And then I wasn't sure if virtual physical therapy was going to get me to where I needed, but reality, I'm actually able to do both. I'm able to work with my physical therapist and, give them feedback on what Tommy has told me and vice versa. And so it's been a really good partnership. And, my recovery has been a little bit of a roller coaster, lots of ups and downs, and a few setbacks sprinkled in. But honestly, seeing my results from my first strength test proved to me that I was on the right track. I ended up getting, 93% strength in my surgical leg, or higher compared to my non-surgical leg for the 3 main exercises. So the leg extension, leg press, and the hamstring curl. But in terms of, working virtually, Tommy is super available, and he responds to chats pretty quickly. So if I have a question or a concern, he pretty much gets back to me, within an hour or so. And then, submitting videos as I'm going through new exercises or exercises that I'm struggling with. And he provides feedback on form. And, there's quite a few things that I'm still working on, and he's very patient with working through those exercises. And so I would say like one of my biggest results out of working with this program is my strength. As I said previously, I was really struggling with quad recruitment early on, but now I see visible engagement and I have the strength test results to prove it. And so I'm hopeful that, in the next 6 to 8 weeks, continue to build my strength and start on that, jumping progression. But so far, I've been really surprised by my physical ability and the strength that I've, built over the last 4 months or so working with Tommy. I would recommend All In ACL for anyone that's looking for a custom approach to ACL rehab. Speaking from experience, ACL rehab is not a one size fits all. Everybody's body reacts differently. Everyone's rehab looks a little bit different. And so going through kind of that standard bucket of ACL rehab doesn't necessarily work. So being able to have this adaptable model where we're going based on, actual strength tests rather than just time has been really valuable. So I'm really excited to see what the next chapter holds for me with my rehab, and I'm excited to continue working with Tommy.